Hey guys, in this Effect House tutorial I want to show you how you can add some background music to your TikTok effects, like you are hearing right now. And I also want to show you how you can add some sound effects which get triggered by an action, like when I tap on the screen. So when I tap, there is a sound coming up. So yeah, let's start. Hey again, so let's add some sounds to our TikTok effects here in Effect House. To follow along this video, you can download the sound files I'm using. So just go to the description of this video and then there is a download link. You will end up here on this Dropbox page and here you can download the sounds to follow along this video. But of course, you can use your own sounds. After you have your sounds ready, we have to import them into our assets panel here in Effect House. So navigate to your files, select them and then just drag and drop them into the assets panel. After the import is done, we can start. The first thing I want to do is to just simply add some background music to my effects. For this, we have to go to our hierarchy panel and here we have to add an object. So just click on Add Object. And here search for Audio Player. When you have created the audio player, select it on the left hand side and then go to the right hand side to the inspector. And here we can change some things. For example, we have to add our audio file. So this is set to none, click on it and then we select our background music. And then you can't hear anything, so make sure you have set your volume up on your PC, but you can't hear anything because it isn't triggered yet. So it's not triggered in the visual scripting and it's also not activated here. Because here we have this option to autoplay the background music. When it is a background music and it should play the whole time when the filter is or the effect is open, then it makes sense to set it on autoplay. So you can just set it here. And when you click this, you should be able to hear the sound. So when you turn autoplay off, then it stops. Then we have here the play mode. Now it is set to once. Even when you set autoplay now to on, the audio file plays one time and then it stops. So we can change this. Here we can set it to loop, then we can set a loop count, or we can set it to infinite, then it will loop over and over again until the user closes the effect. So yeah, most of the time when it is a background music, you will set the play mode to infinite and then you just set autoplay on. And when you set autoplay on and mute on, you can't hear the track. And here on volume, you can change the volume of the tracks. So this was how to set up a background music, but now we want to do some sound effects. For example, when something happens in your effect, when the user taps on the screen, when a game is finished, or any other action, most of the time you want to enhance the experience to add a sound. So let's do this. So we have this one audio player for our background music. I will rename this to background music so we don't get confused. And then we have to add another audio player. So once again, to do this, go to Add Object, then search for audio player and add it to your scene. Now we will rename this to sound effect. And then we go to the right hand side and set the audio file to the sound sample. So we can autoplay it once so we know how it is sounding. So just a few notes, and yeah, this is the sound sample for this tutorial. And now we have to do some visual scripting because now I want to trigger this sound effect when I tap on the screen. So when I tap on the screen, the sound starts playing. So for this, we need, of course, Before we continue with this tutorial, I wanted to mention my Patreon account, where you can find a lot of Effect House and Land Studio projects, which you can just download and use it as a starting point for your own projects. Thanks to all my Patreons who already support this channel, and if you also want to become a Patreon, just go to the description of this video and yeah, follow the link. Thank you, and let's continue with this tutorial. A screen tab node. So let's search this in the Visual Scripting and add it to our programming. Then the next thing we will need is also a new node. So you can add a new node here or by right-clicking. And now we search for Audio Player Controller. So now we have here this purple effect, the Audio Player Controller. And yeah, for inputs we have play, stop, pause, like on your music player, and we also have resume. And we also need the audio player input, because Effect House needs to know which audio player we want to start or which sound we want to start. Because of course you can add also more sounds to your effect. For example, a success sound, a failed sound, or a sound when the filter or effect boots up. So the thing we can already connect is the screen tab so the next output gets connected with the play input. And then we need our audio player. To get the audio player, we select our sound effect, then go to the right hand side, go to the audio player component, and here next to audio player we can see the circle. When we click on this circle, we can see get audio player. So click on it, and then Effect House will create this blue node in your Visual Scripting. And now we can just connect this output with the audio player input. And now when you tap on the screen, you should be able to hear the sound. So yeah, this is working on my side. I hope on your side too. And yeah, this was more or less the basics for audio players here in Effect House, and how to work with sounds and also with sound effects like this. So now you can enhance your effects with some background music or also with some sound effects. I hope this tutorial was helpful for you. If yes, give this video a thumbs up, and if you're new on this channel, it would be nice when you subscribe to it. So thanks for watching, and see you in the next video. Bye!